Hello everybody. In today's video we will learn about recursion and we will see various examples. We will be using Java language for the programming. Almost 3 to 4 problems in this video. What is recursion? Don't mind, I have written a wrong spelling of recursion. Let us see what a recursion is. So recursion is something which we used to find solution for a problem which are difficult to program using simple loops. So here we use a recursive method which is used to call the function again and again, directly or indirectly, and it keeps on calling that function until a specific condition is met. So that's what recursion is. So recursion is a very useful programming technique. As you can solve the toughest problem and you can simplify it to the easiest using recursion. Let's try to see some example how we can learn in recursion. So we have an example in which we need to find factorial of a number. So let us know what a factorial is. So at first I'll write the main function, public class public static void main string args. So at first we will import the function, import java dot util dot scanner, and let us see what a factorial is. So factorial is nothing but for example, it is said to find factorial. So n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 n into n minus 1 into n minus 2, and it goes on till 1. Okay, for example, factor 2 factorial is 2 into 1, which is 2, and 3 factorial is 3 into 2 into 1, which is 6, and for example 4 factorial is 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, which is 4 3 are 12, 12 2 are 24, 24. And we should know that 1 factorial is 1 and 0 factorial is also 1. Let us try to comment this one. So we already know what a factorial is. So how we can code this? So how we can make a recursive function? So and in recursion there is a something called base case, and we use the output of base case in our recursive function in some way or the other way, directly or indirectly. So here the main thing is that when the value of n is 1, it is 1, and when the value of n is 0, the output is 0. So let's try to write the recursive function, which is public static long factorial of n. So if n is equal to 0, so if the value of n is 0, So if the value of n is 0, then we will return 1, because 0 factorial is 1, as you know. Else we will simply return n into fac of n minus 1. Here we need to write int n. Okay, so the logic behind is here is that if, let us suppose, the value of n is 3, so 3 is not equal to 0, so then it will go in the else statement. So here it will comes out to be 3 into fac of 2. So fac of 2 will again call this function, and it will go into 2 into fac of 1, and fac of 1 will again call this function, and fac of 1 will be 1 into fac of 0, and fac of 0 will return 1. So from down it will goes on, the tree will go from the down, the value of the base cases will be taken, and it will keep on sending the value at each part of the tree, and it will keep on sending it to the further up, and at last we'll get the result. So here we will take input from the user, scanner input is equal to new scanner system.n, and enter the value and int a is equal to input dot next int, and at last we will print out the value as the factorial of the number is plus fac of a. Yeah, so let us try to run this one. So we need to enter the value. Let us give the value as 4, so it should return 24. Okay, yeah, it is returning 24. Let us try to run it for some other value. Let us say write 1, and it will return 1. Let us try to write 5. It should return 120. Yeah, okay, that's right. So this is how we can use recursion to solve uh, problem which you cannot solve using loops and all, but here the factorial problem can be solved using loops. So in some cases it is convenient to use loops, and for some cases it is you know nice to use recursion, because recursion it occupies so much time and space. Let's try to solve our second problem. So we need to judge. So let us try to comment this one, and we will comment out this function, and let us make another function which will check if a given string is a palindrome or not. So if you don't know what a palindrome is, so palindrome is something. So palindrome is a word in which if you read it from the left side and if you read it from the right side, it comes out to be same. For example, ABA is a palindrome because the last element is equal to the first element, so we don't see the middle element. For example, moon is not a palindrome, but moom is a palindrome. Dad is a palindrome. Dad is a palindrome, and mom is a palindrome, but uncle is not a palindrome, and ACA is a palindrome. So here are various examples of palindrome. So now you can, judge if a given word, given string is a palindrome or not. So let us try to make a function. Public static boolean. So it will return either true or false. If it is a palindrome, then it will return true, and if the given word is not a palindrome, it will return false. So public static boolean is palindrome string s. So we can, how we can judge if a given string is a palindrome or not? We have two cases. For example, if there is a word with a one character, so it has one character in the word, so it is a palindrome. But if it has so many character in the word, then if the last character of the word is equal to the first character of the word, and if we keep on checking, the first and the last, the second and the last second, third and the last third element, if we keep on comparing from the last to the top to the first, and that's how we can judge if it is a palindrome or not. So if s dot length, so if the length is less than or equal to 1, अगर length 1 से छोटा हो, then we will return true. else if अगर इसका लास्ट का कैरेक्टर इसके फर्स्ट कैरेक्टर से मिलता हो, then we will, अगर लास्ट कैरेक्टर फर्स्ट कैरेक्टर से मिलता है तो we will return true, else we will return false. So s dot at char 0 is not equal to s dot char at, we write it like this, is not equal to s dot char at s dot length minus 1. Then we will return false. Else we will return, we will call the function is palindrome, and we have started with comparing the first and the last character of the string, and now we will compare the first and the second last, and this recursion will keep on calling itself, and subsequently eventually we will find out if the given string is a palindrome or not. So s dot substring of 1 comma s dot length minus 1. Once again, why is it showing error? Oh, so there's a gap. Yeah. So I'll go to the main function, and there I will directly print if, let us write here moon. So as you know, moon is not a palindrome, so it should return false in this case. And let us try to write some more examples. Moon ABA, mom, dad. So for moon it should return false. For ABA it should return true. For mom it should return true. For dad it should return true. Let us try to run this one. Okay, so false, true, true, true. So yeah, guys, that's working. Okay, let us try to solve some other problems. So let us try to do a Fibonacci series problem. So if you don't know what a Fibonacci series is, let us try to understand. Okay, so Fibonacci series. Fibonacci series. So in Fibonacci series, we start with number 0. So let us try to write the index first. So it's a series where we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the Fibonacci series goes like let us write it as Fibon, and it goes like for 0 it is 0, and for 1 it is 1, for 1 it is 1, and for index 2 it is the sum of the previous two. So 0 plus 1, so 0 plus 1 is 1, and for 3 the sum of previous two, 1 plus 1 is 2, so for 3 it is 2. Now for 4 it is the sum of previous two, so 1 plus 2, which is 3. For 5 it is the sum of the previous two, so 2 plus 3 is 5. For 6 it is the sum of previous two, 5 plus 3, which is 8. For 7 it is the sum of previous two, which is 8 plus 5, which is 13. And for 8 it is 13 plus 8, which is 21. So in this we will take the value of index and we will try to print out the Fibonacci series at a particular index. So let us write a function, public static long Fibonacci of long index and here if index is equal to 0, then we will return 0, and else if index is equal to 1, then we will return 1, because to find Fibonacci series we already know, because to find the Fibonacci series we should know the previous two elements value, so that we can add the previous two and we can find the current one. Else return Fibonacci at n minus 1 plus Fibonacci at n minus 2. Okay, so I think it is pretty much right. So here, as we know, the Fibonacci series of 6 is 8, so let us try to. Fibonacci of 6 is 8, so let us try to run it for 6. Okay, it's not n guys, it's index. It's not n, it's index. It's index. Yeah, I think we're done pretty much. So let's try to run this. Okay, it's showing output at. So thank you guys. Do like, subscribe, and follow me. And if you have any doubt in any problem, you can just comment it down. Or if you wanna learn something or some new topic, just comment down below. I'll make a proper YouTube video of it and we'll show it to you guys. Okay guys, thank you.